Hey folks, this is Jake Davis, and today I'm bringing in something just a little bit different. Last week I saw. Well, let me back up just a few seconds. So, ever since since my wife made me first join social media back in 2010, I messed around with the European pages like mccabe. I didn't mess with MySpace or Facebook or Twitter. I've never been on Twitter ever. But my wife made me join Facebook in 2010. And I decided to do, well, I'm on here and I don't really care about social media, so I might as well use it. So I started writing my movie reviews. Uh, so, um, so since my 26th birthday, every single solitary new film I have seen, I have shared my opinion here with you good people well, not on, last year I started doing my videos for YouTube, but people have been following me on Facebook, have been listening to me talk about shit for a very long time now, and thank you very much. I appreciate you. So last week I saw a movie that was really interesting. It was Rob Zombie's 31. And with my on the flies, I've been doing on the fly classic whatever. But since this movie is only 3 years old, it's too old for an on the fly. It's too new for a classic review. So this is just going to be, I guess, a late review, if you will. Now, Rob Zombie's 31 was released in October of 2016, and of course written and directed by Rob Zombie, as most of his films are, and stars Sherry Moon. Shoot. Sorry, honey. I'm trying to play I Love Lucy episodes for my daughter. Sherry Moon, Malcolm McDowell, Meg Foster, and Richard Brake. Now, first off, with Meg Foster, I have not seen Meg Foster in anything since the late 80s. Kind of surprised. I didn't even know she was really still alive, to tell you the truth. But yeah, it was nice to see her in something. Now Richard Brake, he, if you know him as anything, he played Joe Chill in Batman Begins. That's the guy who kills Bruce Wayne's parents. In this, however, he plays Doomhead, and whoa, what a great performance. He is really amazing in the part. He's worth the price of admission. The problem is, nothing else about this movie is on his level. The whole setup here is it's 1970 something, and these carnies are in a van and they're on their way to their next show, the next town, when they get kidnapped. Just a bunch. They come to this fork in the road, this dead end, some scarecrows blocking the street in the middle of the night, and people just jump out of the woods and grab them and they take them off. They find themselves in this I don't know if it's a palace or an old warehouse or what this massive building is supposed to be. But they basically have been told they've been selected by this elite class for a game of 31, where their hand-picked selection of psycho clowns are going to chase these carnies around the building all night long, and if they can survive till dawn, they can leave. if. Now here's my criticisms. I didn't like the Running Man gimmick of it. The rich people voting on it was one thing. I didn't mind the Psycho Clowns, but I just don't know how I understood about the Psycho Clowns, with Richard Brake's character, Doomhead. It's made very clear that this is just his job. He was most likely, in Nam. I think they may even say that. But, he just likes killing people. He's a sadistic piece of shit. But some of the other clowns, there's these twin brothers, not twins, but there's these two brothers with their chainsaws. And at one point, the one chainsaw guy is begging with their victims and basically saying that they have no choice. They're part of the game too. See, it doesn't go this route, but I thought it would have been way, way more interesting to find out that the way they get new clowns is the survivors. You may win the day, but you don't get to leave. I thought that would have been cool, but they don't go down that route. Because you don't really get interesting with this movie. It's just so gimmicky and the whole framing and layout. Like when you know, an important part of set decoration isn't just things looking good and looking aesthetic. It's also, logic of a space. You know what I mean? When you watch like Batman, you kind of get an idea of the layout of Main Street, downtown Gotham City, as you do in Guy Ritchie's new Aladdin. You totally feel the appropriate layout of the street, and it makes sense and it works. Of the bazaar in the city, and naturally to that really seems a lot like the '92 film. But with this movie, I was just like, are they wandering around? But sometimes it feels like they're backtracking. It's just the whole spatial movement. Fight. No bucket fight. No. I'm online right now. I'll have somebody call the cops. Anyhow. No. Anyhow, I didn't like the ending either. Much like Devil's Rejects, I thought and House of a Thousand Corpses, he doesn't seem to have a convincing or satisfactory way to end the film yet. Overall, I'm gonna give this movie 3.5 stars because I think for a horror fan, it's out there. It's wild enough, man. And like I said, Richard Brake is great in it, and Malcolm McDowell is always a blast to see. The film was disappointing on its score. I expected more gore. I expected far more gore, and it's really the reason I watched the movie. I wanted something wild, something gross, something I cannot watch with my kids under any circumstances, and I thought it was lightweight. What else? I had something else I wanted to say about this. Oh, a bit of a spoiler, but Hispanic midget Nazi clown. That's in there. Or more specific, Hispanic midget Hitler clown. That character was so fucking weird. But yeah, I'm giving it 3 stars, 3.5 stars, because I kind of feel in a way it's a must-see for a horror fan. I kind of wish I would have caught up with it earlier. I don't know why it took me so long. I believe this also came out around the same time all those dumbasses were running around the country trying to pull crazy clown pranks on people. Dumbasses. Anyhow, hope y'all like this review. Chime in, call back, tell me what you like. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.